Welcome to the channel. This is words. Words are so hard. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Spectreworks, and today we got a little recycling project to do. So today we're going to take all of these burned sparklers. We're going to make a phone carrier out of them. Now these have already been burned, so we've got all this stuff to get cleaned off, which should be pretty simple. It just kind of pops off of there. If you wanted to, you could take a simple pair of needle nose, just go over them and just kind of rip it off. And we have a bare wire. And we're going to sit here. We're going to do this for all of these. 4th of July is coming up. I thought this would be a good way for you guys to not have a huge supply of these wires. You can go ahead and recycle them. And you can make something useful out of sparkler wire. All you really got to do is try to get these cleaned up the best you can. They don't have to be perfect. We're just going to use it to set our phone down on. I'm going to try and do a folding phone carrier. This project just goes to show you that you can use just about anything to make something. So all this is sparkler wire. It's just a couple of simple pieces of steel that has sparklers on them. Now I got these from a friend's wedding not too long ago, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy for saving them instead of throwing them in the trash, which that's just the kind of world we live in right now. Everybody wants something new, and nobody wants to really build anything for themselves. So we're going to take a couple of these wires, now that we've got them cleaned off. All we're going to do is kind of bend the little portion down here at the bottom to make kind of a U shape. Kind of like that. Try to get this straight if you can. There you go. Now that that's done, we're going to need to bend it over. We got to bend it right here. And this will slide just like that. And to give you an idea on how this fits, put my phone in, kind of bend these up to get them on them like that because they kind of hug up here. All right, we're going to do another crossbar down here. Just so we can get this squared up, kind of like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut these. There we go. See how I've got that? Now to give you an idea, these kind of fit in there, and you got to kind of bend these up over. That fits right where it needs to be. You see I'm right between the cameras. So from here, we're going to take another wire. We're going to just bend this up and around. On the top crossbar. On these, you're going to want to make sure that they are bent with the rest of the bar. The rest of the wire. Grab hold of it, lay down low, bend it up, Now at this point, you can just kind of grab these and squeeze the shit out of them together. Do want to make sure it still rotates. It kind of has to move. Otherwise, it's not folding. Make this a folding. What you're going to want to do, you want to bend this down, kind of like so. Kind of every once in a while, just kind of readjust everything so it stays where it needs to be. Sometimes you might need to re-squeeze some of these as you're bending. We're going to go down to the bottom, right down here. We're going to go slightly up to right about there. And all we're going to want to do is kind of take hold of that, and we're just going to create yet another bend. If you notice, this one goes under this crossbar, whereas right now we have this one set up over. So we're gonna have to kind of bend it out of the way and kind of re-bend it back together, because this has to be in the same orientation, otherwise it could scratch your phone. I know, metal wire scratching phones, kind of a weird concept. And once again, we want to make sure that these two bars go to the same side. These two pieces of wire need to be on the same side. So kind of want to leave these to somewhat slide. Now, the more you clean these up, the better it's going to work out for you, because the better you're going to slide. But you can't, either way, you're going to want this to still slide. Because what this is going to be, is this going to be your angle adjustment. There you go. So none of this has been like super difficult, but like I said, this right here is going to be your angle adjustment. All you're going to want to do is you're going to want to close it. You're going to want to open it up to a decent distance to where everything sits flat as much as possible. Doesn't matter if it doesn't like sit perfectly flat. It's gonna bug the shit out of me though. So we're gonna adjust until it does somewhat sit flat. Rotate. So now you can see everything sits right where I want it to be. I'm not blocking my buttons up here. I can kind of this managed to bend somehow, so we're gonna bend it back out. There you go. I rotate it around slightly. There we go. There we go. So one more wire. On one side, we're going to fit it to this crossbar for the back of your phone. Just kind of go to the end as much as you can. Either way, you're going to want to do a full bend on it. You just want to make sure that it's not at a point where it will scratch your phone. I know, novel idea. Remember how I said this was going to be your angle adjustment? So, for this one, you don't want to do a full 360 bend on this. You're going to want to come all the way up, kind of slide this down, slide it up, try to get a good rough measurement for it. is all you're going to do is you're going to create a 90-degree bend down here. All you need is a little hook right about there. So this is your finished product. You can kind of adjust this, make sure everything is super flat. I only meant for this to be like 5-minute craft, which also means I've been here for too long. Don't judge me. It's my first video. Just kind of flatten everything out and try to make sure that everything bends, everything slides as it's supposed to slide. You're going to want this to have motion up and down. This crossbar at the very back. Now, at this point, you can try to get it cleaned up more. I'm not super worried about having a whole lot of dirt in my hand. Just this down a little bit, set your hook, and there you go. And it's going to be a little bit further. You can come up further on this crossbar, but not too far. But there, it's going to stay right about there. So this is final product. Okay, guys, this has been SpectralWorks. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was kind of a small project to do as a first video, and today we're just kind of kept it easy and kind of just had some materials lying around. All I wanted to do was create something out of a little recycle project, so you don't have to throw all your stuff away. You can keep it, and you can make useful stuff out of even something as small as sparkler wire. And that is going to be so cool if you guys could keep creating. It doesn't matter how small it is, just find some sort of material and create. And that's all you got to do. Things like this could come about so easy, and something as simple as a phone mount could save you $20 if you're going to spend the money on sparklers anyway for probably your kids or something. It's super simple idea. You can also make the same blueprint that I've made in this video, and you could turn it into something bigger. Something you don't have to throw everything away. I'm not super into recycling. Not everything needs to be kept. But if you can keep it, why not make something cool out of it? This has been my first video, so let's see what else we can make. I have a whole pile of scrap out here, and I have no intention of taking it to the dump anytime soon. I'm fully plan on using it. So we're going to take it. We're going to create a lot more on this channel.